They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive. These two teams are in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming in on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jeffers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jeffers into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground. ETN up to the 20. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. The hat trick +1. 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Lawrence, this one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Second and 5 now. Lawrence. And incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And this is going to be incomplete. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle and completes some more. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Jeffers, screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw on second down. Jeffers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Now Lawrence on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. Handoff running left is Etienne. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And they'll go again with Etienne. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get...
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will knot us up at 10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Throwing to start the drive. Jeffers. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Operating from the gun. Jeffers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. To throw on third down, Jeffers. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. To throw on second down. Jeffers, throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. On a slant, here's Collins. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They'll look to throw again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Nico Collins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Travis Etienne of the Jags offense set to take over again here. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On first down, Jeffers. That pass complete to Moore. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to throw on second down. Jeffers.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to get. Pickup leads to 4. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. One final play.
Let's go. Block it.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we now go downstate.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now Lawrence.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, many times when you talk quarterbacks, you get the sense that they...
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And it's taken in at the 9.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Throwing on first down. Jeffers.
He's got it to Collins, complete.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10. Jeffers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jeffers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Got his man complete. Moore. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. On first down, Jeffers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Houston. Devontae Smith, 38 yards. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Micah Parsons providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston's offense taking over again. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
Looking to throw. Jeffers got his tight end. That's complete. That's Jordan. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans.
Devontae Smith
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 29, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Samuel. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side with Etienne.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Throwing on 2nd down, Lawrence. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing to start the drive.
Jeffers, quick slant here to Smith. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. That throw into the arms of Allen.
already looking at the score. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 53 yards rushing for into the ball game now on 14 carries.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Elijah Mitchell.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the 1st, but he only makes it to the 34.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Lawrence will throw.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Draw play, ETN.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Carl Lawson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback,
you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly. As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you have to think about going for it. They'll go with a keeper. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it.
Partner in the sportsmanship handbook. There's something to be said.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
72 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down, Houston.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Texans.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Fields it right around the goal line. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Houston, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis